I can't wait to see him back in the building, man. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. Going to be awesome to see him back in the building and see him back wearing the Chiefs logo, baby.
The headlines are a nonstop mashup of NFL hustle, pop star chaos, and Hollywood courtroom drama. First up, Travis Kelce got fans buzzing with hints about suiting up for another Chiefs season while gushing over Eric Bieniemy's return, proving he's not ready to hang up the cleats just yet. Then, in a podcast twist, Kelce admitted he's dodged Taylor Swift's Wood reference, leaving him red-faced and scheming merch ideas faster than you can say New Heights of Man hoodie.
Taylor's gonna kill me for not knowing that.
And speaking of wild pitches, Robert Irwin updated fans on his playful zoo wedding offer to Kelce and Swift.
In my opinion, just absolutely make that wedding as if it was an Australian wedding.
Kim Kardashian chimed in, finally giving Swift her props after nearly a decade after their feud.
I've always thought she's like a super talented, great artist.
NFL fans are still debating Kelce's next season, and meanwhile Blake Lively shot down Justin Baldoni's claims about Swift being in the middle of their legal drama. Travis Kelce has been around the Chiefs block long enough to basically be part of the furniture. 13 seasons, tons of records, championships, and highlight reels that make highlight reels jealous. But the chatter this week isn't about Kelce's catches. It's about his favorite coach, Eric Bieniemy, and what his return might mean for the team, and maybe even for Kelce himself. Sources say the Chiefs are planning to bring Bieniemy back as offensive coordinator, the role he held before heading to Chicago in 2023. And honestly, Kelce seems genuinely pumped. On a recent podcast, he couldn't hide his excitement, talking about how Bieniemy's personality and coaching style are straight-up magnetic, the kind that transforms running backs into full-blown NFL highlights.
I love that shit. I think it's great. I think it's a marriage that's going to pick up right where it left off. EB and who he is as a coach, you can see kind of his personality and what he brings to this table in that Chicago team. I know.
He even casually dropped nods to how Bieniemy left his mark on Chicago's rushing attack last season, which finished third in the league. Basically, if Bieniemy's involved, magic happens.
You can see those running backs over Chicago, and their body of work was definitely a Eric Bieniemy style of football, man. And hell yeah.
Now here's where it gets spicy. Kelce, 36, has been flirting with the retirement question for a minute, but his comments about Bieniemy felt pointed. He talked about how much he's grown under Bieniemy, how much he loves the guy, and how pumped he is to see him back rocking Chiefs gear. Translation? Kelce might not just be cheering from the sidelines, he could be suiting up for one more run. It's the kind of subtle hint that has fans reading between the lines harder than a post-game X's and O's whiteboard.
I can't wait to see him back in the building, man. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. Going to be awesome to see him back in the building and see him back wearing the Chiefs logo, baby.
For a guy whose career started as a third-round pick and exploded into legend status, Kelce isn't shy about calling out the people who shaped him, and Bieniemy tops that list. Between the personal respect, the championship mindset, and the on-field chemistry, you can practically hear the team gearing up for another wild ride. Chiefs Kingdom is buzzing, and if you ask insiders, the reunion might just be the prelude to Kelce sticking around longer than anyone expected. And speaking of getting teased, Kelce's whirlwind week didn't stop at coaching drama. He somehow found himself in the middle of a pop culture curveball that had him blushing harder than a rookie after dropping a pass. On his own podcast, the man who dominates tight end highlight reels got totally caught slipping when a fan threw a Taylor Swift reference his way. Yep, the same Taylor whose album The Life of a Showgirl casually immortalized Kelce in a song that's basically equal parts chart topper and eyebrow raiser. Apparently the track, cheekily titled Wood, is less about literal trees and more about, well, let's just say it doesn't exactly shy away from compliments to his, talents. Kelce tried to play it cool, but his brain short-circuited mid-quiz, leaving him staring like someone just asked him to explain quantum physics in emoji.
And I love the green hoodie, but I can't believe none of the new hoodies are called New Heights of Man hoodie. I don't know what the fuck that means, but she's disappointed. What does that mean? What's a man hoodie? Is that a thing?
New Heights of Man
hoodie? Are you familiar with man hoodie?
His brother Jason wasn't letting him off the hook either, roasting him about missed Easter eggs like the ultimate Swiftie detector.
We're not as good with the Easter eggs as these Swifties.
They sure know how to plan them and call them out.
And when the producer dropped the context bomb, reminding him that Taylor had been singing about his new heights of manhood, Kelce's only reaction was a sheepish admission that Taylor would definitely kill him for missing that one.
I'll just say, it's a Life of a Showgirl reference, boys. Come on.
Man hoodie?
To the lyric, New Heights of Manhood. It is the time we were referenced in the album.
All right.
The conversation quickly spiraled into merch ideas, because of course it did. Jason teased about hoodies named New Heights of Man hoodie, and Travis was somewhere between embarrassed and trying not to laugh at how his personal life had just become podcast comedy gold. They laughed, the fans cheered, and insiders claim Kelce spent the rest of the episode secretly checking his Spotify streams while plotting how to explain this one to future grandkids without blushing. And just when you thought Kelce's life couldn't get any wilder than dodging Taylor Swift's lyrical curveballs, enter Robert Irwin with a proposal that's part romance, part safari adventure. The Aussie conservationist, yes, the kid whose dad made wrestling Crocs look like extreme sports, basically threw down an open invitation to Kelce and Swift, hold the wedding at Australia Zoo. He even described it like he's pitching the ultimate rom-com set, with rhinos grazing, giraffes chilling, and apex predators lurking just enough to keep things spicy. You can almost hear him saying, "Nothing says true love like saying your vows with a croc in the background, mate."
Wow, Travis and Taylor. You know what would really, in my opinion, just absolutely make that wedding? Is if it was an Australian wedding. One of the things that we do that is the most popular is weddings at Australia Zoo.
Robert's been hyping it up on radio shows, painting the place as not just scenic, but cinematic level Instagram goals. Think sweeping views of the African savanna, wildlife frolicking, and a backdrop that screams we're cooler than your average wedding venue. He's genuinely excited, telling the couple straight up that the zoo gates are wide open. He's ready to roll out the red carpet for them, Animal Kingdom style. The cheeky pitch hasn't received a yes yet, which Irwin laughs off, but sources hint the offer has definitely made the rounds in the Swift-Kelce inner circle. Apparently he's keeping it casual with a hit-me-up vibe, which, let's be honest, is exactly how you'd want to propose hosting a pop star and an NFL star's big day. Charming, informal, and a little bit wild.
Beautiful, and I mean beautiful location overlooking like the African savannah, where like rhinos and giraffes are just like frolicking out in the open, like in the wild. And you get married over that, and it's stunning. And we've had quite a few people get married there, and it's just like, everyone says it's like this life-changing experience. So Travis and Taylor, hit me up. I got you.
Word on the street is the couple is aiming for Saturday, June 13th, Swift's lucky number, so whatever they choose, it's going to be meticulously plotted down to the last detail, even if that detail happens to be a kangaroo photobombing the ceremony. Fans are already losing it imagining Kelce in a tux surrounded by giraffes, or Taylor doing a dramatic hair flip while a croc lolls in the background. And just when fans thought Kelce's life couldn't get any more headline-worthy, with crocs, giraffes, and potential wedding chaos swirling around him, pop culture threw another curveball, this time from a totally unexpected corner. Kim Kardashian, the queen of drama and viral moments, has apparently hit the pause button on past beefs and is now giving Taylor Swift a big nod of respect nearly a decade after their infamous feud. She's been quietly spinning Swift tracks on her personal playlists, proving that time really does heal, even for the biggest celebrity clashes. During a chat on Chloe's podcast, Kim casually dropped that she always admired Taylor's musical chops, especially the old-school tracks that made Swift the powerhouse she is today. It wasn't a loud, flashing headline kind of confession, more like a, hey, I can admit when someone's talented vibe.
I think people would be surprised that you listen to Taylor Swift.
I think I've said it. Yeah. I mean, it's just I have her, like some of her older songs in my playlist.
But still, it had people doing double takes. Apparently, even after all the drama involving Kanye's famous track and the ensuing social media explosion back in 2016, Kim can now separate the music from the mess. Sources suggest that this isn't just a temporary I'll play one song at a time type of fandom. Kim genuinely respects the craft, praising Swift's consistency, her knack for storytelling, and the way she stayed at the top of the game for years. It seems like the divorce from West and her own reinvention over the past few years have allowed Kim to see the bigger picture. Talent is talent, drama aside.
I've always thought she's like a super talented, great artist.
And just when Swifties, Chiefs fans, and even Kardashian watchers thought the headlines couldn't get any juicier, Kelce dropped another little nugget that had the internet doing the slow clap. During the latest episodes of New Heights, while chatting with his brother Jason about Bieniemy's big return, Kelce casually said he "Can't wait to see him back in the building," to literally everyone listening. That sounded less like a casual greeting and more like a subtle mic drop hint that he's lacing up the cleats for one more season.
I can't wait to see him back in the building, man. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. Going to be awesome to see him back in the building and see him back wearing the Chiefs logo, baby.
Fans were quick to explode in the comments, calling it the clearest not retiring yet signal since someone accidentally leaked a playbook online. Kelce's tone wasn't just hype for the sake of hype. He went on about how Bieniemy has been one of his favorite coaches ever, a guy who helped him grow both on and off the field. He described the mentorship like it was a life hack, mixing NFL wisdom with straight-up life lessons. Basically the human version of a motivational TikTok you actually want to watch.
I've had so many unbelievable, growing moments under him as a player, as a person, and I just love the guy.
Fans immediately picked up on it. When someone gushes about a coach like that while mentioning back in the building, it doesn't exactly scream, "See you next season from the couch." And just when the pop culture roller coaster seemed to be all about Kelce dodging retirement hints and Swift-themed podcast shenanigans, things took a turn straight into Hollywood legal drama. Blake Lively has officially thrown shade, or rather, clarified some serious business, on Justin Baldoni's version of events in their ongoing feud. Lively's filing makes it crystal clear that Taylor Swift wasn't lurking in the room for any alleged showdown between Baldoni and Ryan Reynolds. Swift's name popping up in court docs is just collateral in a messy legal saga, not a cameo appearance in a celebrity cage match. The legal mess is rooted in Lively's claims of sexual harassment and retaliation during the filming of It Ends With Us. She called out Baldoni for bringing in a so-called health advisor, which she thought was there for some postpartum TLC, but quickly realized was all about weight loss oversight. Apparently that didn't sit well, and when Reynolds briefly popped in during script revisions, it was just a quick check-in, nothing dramatic. This directly contradicts Baldoni's claim that he got berated in front of Swift and Hugh Jackman. According to insiders, the only thing that got berated was Baldoni's version of events. Unsealed text messages apparently show Swift sending friendly notes to Lively, which fueled rumors that she was somehow involved, but insiders confirm it's more of a supportive friend vibe than courtroom espionage. Lively's team has also been dropping hints that the filings include evidence from multiple women, showing patterns of concerning behavior from Baldoni, all meticulously documented in real time. Meanwhile, Reynolds and Jackman are more like bystanders in the legal drama than active players in the alleged confrontation. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.